We're going to look more specifically at percent today. And percent literally means per, which means out of, and cent means 100. So it means literally out of 100. So for example, 75% means 75 out of 100. And so we can express this 75% as a fraction, 75 compared to 100 as a fraction. And we can write proportional equations in terms of a fraction or percentage. And this proportional equation satisfies our proportional equation of times and divide. So all the math that we do is times and divide. So for example, if I want to find the multiplier, I divide these two numbers. 200 divided by 100, I get times 2. And what that means then is I have to use a times 2 on the top as well to get the equivalent proportion. So 30% is the same as 60 out of 200. So when we have these percentage problems, we just need to know what is the part, what is the whole. So 75% is a part, 100% represents the whole. If they say 75% of 40, we're talking about 40 as a whole, so we're trying to find the part of this. So if I divide, I'm going to divide these two numbers. So I'm going to divide 100 by 40, so I'm going to go in this direction. I'm going to end up with 2.5. So then going in the opposite direction, I'm going to divide by 2.5. Okay, so try that on your calculator. Do 100 divided by 40. We're going to end it with times 2.5. You could also find the decimal multiplier. That would work as well. But when I divide 75 by 2.5, I end up with 30. So what is 75% of 40? That's going to be 30. So number 2, we're looking at 36 is 75% of what number? Well, the part 75, 100% whole. 36 represents the part. 36 goes with the 75%. So we're looking for our multiplier. Now, in this case, I'm going to use my up and down multiplier. And this is my unit rate. Okay, my unit rate is going to be my decimal multiplier, which is essentially a decimal percentage. So that up and down multiplier is my decimal percentage. So 75 divided by 100 is 0.75. So I'm timesing in that direction. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to divide by 0.75. So sometimes we want to times, sometimes we want to divide. We're going to now start working with that up and down multiplier, which is our decimal percentage. So if I divide 36 divided by 75, I'm going to end up with 48. So that 48 represents the whole. So 36 is 75% of the whole 48. So here we have in the next one, number 3, says what percent is 24 of 40? Well, 40 represents the whole, 24 represents the part. We show that in a fraction, and then we can just find the decimal multiplier for this fraction. So if I divide 24 divided by 40, that's going to give me my decimal percentage. So I have it times by 0.6. So that means that I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to times by 0.6. And I get my decimal percentage, which is 60%.